EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Mercanture with your outlook for September 5th, 2019. We're starting off with Hurricane Dorian because we do have some localized effects that we're going to be feeling from this. It looks like in just a matter of 48 hours or so. We have the hurricane just south of the South Carolina coast, moving still to the north toward the Charleston area, which is right about here. And this has gotten better organized over the last 12 hours or so. We see the darker reds here around the eye center here, a little more symmetrical of an eye here on the infrared satellite, and also some higher cloud tops that has suggested this has become better organized. And in fact, the National Hurricane Center, the 11 o'clock advisory, before I did this video, has upgraded this back to a Category 3 major hurricane with 115 mile per hour winds. So just a little bit of semantics there. We were at 110. Actually, earlier today we were at 105, then went to 110, 115. I don't think you see any more strengthening beyond that. If you do, it's going to be minimal because this is just such a broad hurricane and at this point, and it's already gone through a couple different life cycles. So resurgence is not as going to be as rapid as it once was before it was heading toward the Bahamas, but it's still very, very strong major hurricane heading toward the general direction of Charleston. There is, though, indications here at this hour that the best pressure falls are kind of going north and east of the center here. So we do think it misses the South Carolina coast and is going to start to turn to where those greatest pressure falls are in this general direction. Okay, so it does, we think, miss the coast here. It's going to be a close, very close call here, and it might be close enough that you might get the outer eye wall, which is very well defined now on the northwest side here, very close to, if not over, the city of Charleston, South Carolina. That is now going to move off to the north and east in this general direction like this. Might come very close to Wilmington, which is this little piece there that juts out off North Carolina right in here. Become very close to Wilmington and then continues off to the north and east from there. So we're going to be watching this very closely for the southeast U.S. today, but more so for our interest downstream and what it does after that point, because here's a look at the global models having that in the same position this morning. Takes it off to the northeast again, very close to places like Charleston, South Carolina here, and Wilmington, North Carolina right in here. May make landfall near Morehead City or thereabouts, somewhere in North Carolina or the Outer Banks, and then it will continue off to the north and east. But look right here, you have some impacts on the northwest side here. This is not directly, it's as a result of this hurricane being here, but this is more baroclinic forcing type thing here, which is a non-tropical entity. So you get some forcing on the northwest and added lift on the northwest side of it that will expand the rainfall in these areas. So we do have in our southeastern areas, even parts of east central Pennsylvania, southeast PA, most of New Jersey here, we do have some rain chances in the forecast. The further south and east, this is on Friday, the further south and east you go, the better those chances are closer to the coast. And then we could have, again, here's that baroclinic boundary right up here that's actually showing here on the global models and bringing rain all the way back into, again, east central Pennsylvania down to Lancaster, like maybe Allentown to Lancaster up to northern New Jersey here at this point as this hurricane continues to pull off to the north and east. Whether or not we get rain or not is not really as big of a concern as so much as the wind that's going to be in place here and a little bit of surge that will be taking place right along the beach points here. The shore points in New Jersey, Delaware, and especially down you get further south down here by Ocean City, Maryland. They're under a tropical storm watch at the time this video is recorded, and further south than that as we get down toward the Chesapeake Bay Bridge area, they're under tropical storm warnings, because you're going to be on the north side of that and close enough to expect some tropical storm force winds that will be sustained, if not in the gusts. So that is what's going to be going on between now and Friday here locally. Taking a look at the NAM and what it does this evening, very similar idea here to the global models. And again, it gets very close to Charleston with that eye wall. Here's that eye wall right here, and it's going to be stronger on the northwest side, very close to Charleston, and then it moves off to the north and east. It gets very, very close, if not over, the Wilmington area, which is right about here. And then it continues off to the north and east, may make landfall, according to the 3-kilometer NAM, right near the Morehead City area of North Carolina, and then continues over the Outer Banks here of North Carolina and off the north and east, and then that's out of here. That's what the 3-kilometer NAM has out for that area. In advance of that today, we're going to have these streaming clouds coming in from that hurricane that's going to limit the sun, especially in our southern areas, but that's going to start off areas up further north. We're going to start off a little bit of sun early on, and then clouds are going to increase from southeast to northwest throughout the day. And you can see that here as we go through the day today. Some high clouds at first that are going to thicken as we go throughout the day. And so by the end of the day, you could be completely overcast in some areas, all the way up to maybe the southern Poconos. And you might just hold on to it a little bit longer and have a pretty good day up here in the northwestern areas from State College to Williamsport, maybe over to Scranton or so, and then maybe just northwest of that. You might get a mostly, well, I don't say mostly sunny, but you should get at least a partly cloudy day for most of it. And then once we get into the overnight, clouds are going to continue to hang tough in those same areas. And then on Friday, everywhere is going to be inundated in clouds. Whether you're seeing rain or not, you're still going to be in 100% cloud cover, it looks like, across our region on Friday. The dam does not bring too much rain to the interior, keeps all the hurricane-related rain right along the coastline, and not a whole lot of it. It keeps most of it offshore, but we do have some showers rotating through here on Friday on the back side of this. This is, again, baroclinic forcing on the northwest side of the low, not so much with the hurricane itself. So we do have showers in the forecast for a few areas here on Friday, especially later in the day as that moves through. And then here's a look at what the 3-kilometer dam is expecting for winds. These are top wind gusts. This is not sustained wind, so we could have some wind gusts here that are in the tropical storm force wind category, where you're in the 40 to 50 mile per hour range, especially down here by the shore points. Further northwest, you're probably more like 20 to 30 or thereabout. Might have a few gusts right around I-95 that are a little bit over 30, but it's basically right along the shore points that would be the most concerning, and that's also where the surge would come in. And it's only talking about a foot or two, maybe 3 in some back bays. But I think we're generally speaking about a 1 to 2 foot storm surge in those areas, because the hurricane is still much farther to the south and east when it exits. So we're going to be dealing with this through Friday, and it's going to begin today with those clouds moving in, but this is going to move away pretty rapidly, and finally this will be out of here. But for the next 24 to 48 hours is going to be pretty rough here across the Carolinas, starting with South Carolina and especially the Charleston area and points northeast until this moves away. So this moves away over the weekend, and it's going to be perfect timing for our weekend again. Another mostly sunny Saturday, another mostly sunny Sunday. So we've had, again, I say this every single week when we do these videos, we've had an amazing stretch this entire summer of weekends being spectacular. This is going to be no different. And we just had an incredible luck, which is the complete polar opposite of what we had last year. All right, so enjoy it this weekend. It's going to be very nice. Temperatures in the mid to upper 70s to near 80, maybe down here by Philadelphia both days. Very nice weekend. No chance of rain. Once we get to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, a couple little boundaries in the vicinity there might give you an isolated shower. We have an isolated shower listed in both Monday and Tuesday, and then maybe a stray shower here on Wednesday before a front comes through on Thursday of next week. But there will be some just isolated rain chances around, kind of pesky kind of stuff Monday, Tuesday. I mean, you're still going to have at least partly cloudy skies at some points on both days, or actually all 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But Monday and Tuesday, I think especially, you have a chance for an isolated shower. So we do have that in our local forecasts. But right now, it doesn't look like any kind of washout type deals or anything like that, or any strong storms or anything like that we're dealing with. It does look like once that cold front moves through Thursday, that we get a little bit better and a little bit more stable without these isolated showers hanging around. So we're watching Dorian over the next 48 hours, especially watching our southeastern zones here for localized impacts. And it'll be right along the shore points of New Jersey, Delaware, and especially once you get in Delaware and Ocean City, Maryland. I think those are going to be your coastal areas there are going to have your highest impacts, because they're going to be closest to this low center as it pulls away. And whether or not you're getting heavy rain out of this, which doesn't look like a high likelihood right now, maybe across Delaware for a time there, you can see that here, a little bit of heavy rain. But I think the most part you're dealing with this system here, that you're going to be dealing with the wind that's associated with it. And we'll just see how far northwest that rain gets here for the interior on Friday. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marchers. That is your outlook for September 5th, 2019. Have a great Thursday.